Hello, folks. Welcome back to my channel. Finally back with another horror movie review. I know it's been a while. I apologize for that. I've had a busy schedule these past couple of weeks, but now I'm back and I have another horror movie review for you for this new, for this new year that we are currently in. And today I'm actually reviewing a 10-year-old horror film which was released in 2016, and this movie is called Hush, and it is an American slasher film, as it says here on Wikipedia, that was directed and edited by Mike Flanagan, and it stars Kate Siegel, who happened to work on the writing of the film alongside Flanagan, as it says here, right? So, the film has basically, like I said, it has Kate Siegel as our main character. Then we have John Gallagher Jr., Michael Trucco, Samantha Sloyan, and Emilia Graves, right? So, yeah, this is pretty much how it goes. Yeah, those are the main ones, right? So, what is this movie about? What's happening? What's going on? So, this movie is a pretty interesting film that I've watched a couple of times in the past, so that's why I'm reviewing it now. I haven't watched it anytime recently, but I can still remember the plot since it's a pretty simplistic film. Basically, it's a home invasion flick, right? So for those of you who are not familiar with the concept, it's about somebody trying to break into people's home, and usually it's some kind of stalker, some kind of killer. You have so many examples of that. You have The Strangers, you have Your Next, you have so many different titles. The Purge is one of them too, right? So you have a lot of horror films that have that kind of plot. So in this one, basically, we have our main character, who's played by Kate Siegel. Her name is Maddie, Maddie Young, Madison, nicknamed Maddie. And basically, she's deaf, right? She can't hear, and she's living in that house, by herself. And there's kind of flush in the middle of the woods. If I'm not mistaken, she was a novelist, right? Right. She was an author. I'm seeing here that's the background story is a little bit, how could I say, not very clear in my mind because I don't recall that much. But yeah, she wrote some kind of novel called Midnight Mass, and she used to be in New York City, but then she moved to the woods, and she's living there alone with a cat, and well, she's there all by herself, and she's trying to write a new book, right? But she's having that writer's block or something. That's what it's called, right? Isn't it? Those of you who write fiction, you can tell me on the comment section down below. But yeah, she has that writer's block thing, brain freeze kind of, thing, and she's kind of stuck, right? And she has a neighbor named Sarah, who's a pretty good friend of hers, right? She's visiting her, and yeah, so they're pretty close, I guess you could say. And she wants to learn sign language too, so I guess she's kind of practicing with Maddie. And yeah, everything is pretty much going fine. The cat is cute. Everything seems to be doing okay, But then it's nighttime, and the horrors are about to begin as this mysterious mysterious figure, mysterious stalker is gonna show up, and basically, yeah, I'm not gonna spoil too much anything, but Maddie, sorry, is gonna be stalked very early on in this film, and she's gonna, without, means to basically, you know, she's gonna, let's just say that she's gonna feel trapped, right? She's gonna be, her next move is gonna be critical, but she doesn't really know what to do in this situation, right? She feels, completely, you know, trapped, right? So the notion of entrapment is a big theme of the film. So then, of course, there's gonna be at some point her boyfriend John, if I'm not mistaken, is that his name? Who's gonna show up, and some things are gonna happen, right? So I'll let you find out for yourselves what's gonna happen. But she's gonna try to devise some kind of a plan to get out of there safely, and try and communicate with the outside world with her computer. Try to, you know, call for, call somebody. Try to do something to basically get rescued. So this is pretty much how it goes. Most of the scenes in this movie are set in the dark. It's a dark house. It's a dark night, and the house itself is a very good setting, if I believe, because it offers a good kind of entrapment, place, right? So I really enjoyed it. So yeah, the characters. There's not much to say about most of the characters because they're only four, five, right? So we have Maggie, as I said, the main ones, Maddie. Then we have the man who's basically the stalker, who's played by John Gallagher Jr., who did an awesome job, I believe, right? He's pretty good. He's pretty scary. He's pretty creepy. Then we have Michael Trucco, who plays John Stanley, who is okay as well. I did like him. Then we have Samantha Sloyan, who plays Sarah Green, the friend I was telling you from at the beginning, right? From the beginning. And then we have Emma Graves as Max, who plays Maddie's sister, who was also pretty good. But Kate Siegel, sorry, I didn't even mention the main actress in this film. How could I do this? Maybe I was just saving the best for last, because Kate Siegel in this film is my first kind of introduction to her acting performance. I haven't watched a lot of her flicks. I mean, I did watch a few others, if I'm not mistaken. I do recall one in particular, a Netflix movie, if I'm not mistaken. But Kate Siegel is so good in this movie, and her performance is really, really, really good. She's really convincing. You can read the fear in her eyes, in her expression. She's so good. She did an awesome job, and you really buy her acting, right? And especially since she's deaf, you would think that she's at a disadvantage, perhaps, since that killer is about to basically break into the house, and he thinks it's gonna be easy, right? And he decides to even kind of toy with her, right? But she's gonna turn out to be quite resilient and quite strong-willed, quite headstrong, and I did like that a lot about her character. She's not gonna take dirt from this scum, right? She's willing to fight, and that's something that I admired in her character. So she was pretty good. So yeah, Hush is a pretty good movie. I like even the title of the movie, Hush, shh, Hush. It's very kind of ominous, but at the same time, it's very simple. It's very short. There's not a lot of. It's not one of those long titles that you have. You know, stretching on. It's just a small title, yet straight to the point, Hush. And it says here, the tagline reads, Silence can be killer. So I really like that. And the fact that we don't know whether she's going to make it or not just adds to this kind of suspenseful experience that we're having as we're watching the film. So really, really enjoyed it. Really, really loved that film. So if I were to rate this movie, on a scale from 1 to 10, I would definitely give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. It's definitely one of my favorite horror movies. A good home invasion film. And I've watched a few, but I have to say that this one definitely holds up and rates pretty high on my list of home invasion films. Definitely on my top 3, maybe top 5, maybe top 3 actually. I don't know. Favorite home invasion films. Really enjoyed it. So what about you folks? What did you think about this film? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching. Like I said, 8.5 out of 10 for me. And I would like to make a little, how do you call it, shout outs to an awesome YouTuber, an awesome home movie reviewer. His name is Johnny Raven. And his channel is called Johnny Raven 79, if I'm not mistaken. I really would love to hear about your thoughts and views on this movie. And I do agree with you on so many things, on we kind of have similar tastes in many horror films. So I would really like to hear, if you have watched it, about your thoughts and views on it. And if you haven't watched it yet, I definitely recommend it. I think it would be right up your alley because it's so good, and the acting, everything is definitely done very well. So I leave a link to his channel on the description down below. Please check him out and support his work. And he's really awesome. Also, Rambo Rough for Life is another one of my favorite horror movie reviewers. Reviewers in general, by the way, they don't necessarily review only horror films. They review all kinds of stuff. And they actually, Johnny Raven also happens to make, very awesome videos with toys, animation, I believe that's called. It's so awesome. Check him out too. Check out his work. He's doing an awesome work, and really loved his reviews as well. And also, Remember for Life also happens to review a lot of movies and TV shows. Also, whatever works, whatever people basically request, and then they have links to their PayPal, and for those of you who would like to request something from them. So I leave the description down below if you're interested, but they're awesome reviewers. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next review. In the meantime, folks, stay safe, goodbye, take care. And this is the horror, what is my channel's name again? Horror Town for you, signing off.